With the terminal building and warehouse district cleared of zombies, it feels like at long last Josh's task is almost complete. But there is perhaps one more big challenge to overcome. And that final big challenge is the hotel and the restaurant in the southern eastern corner of the airport facility. But I have said a couple of times now, more than once, that this airport is absolutely huge. It takes half a day just to get from one end to the other, probably. Now, there's one thing that we could do with that would make things so much easier, and that is a set of wheels. We managed to get some gas last time, and we already had a standard vehicle battery. We do have a vehicle that we found a key for that wasn't a complete wreck. Let's see if we can get it going. Okay, well, here we are. This is the vehicle. Let's just remind ourselves of the condition. It is decent. It is a Dash Elite. It has a... hopefully it's got a standard battery. Let's see if we can get the new battery installed and the gas tank filled. And then, yeah, we can drive back to the hotel. It'll be so much quicker. Oh, but that is so unlucky. It is a sports vehicle. We need a specific sports vehicle car battery. It's tough to take. Let's see if we can find another standard vehicle that we can get on the road. We do have a couple of vehicles marked as roadworthy, but I can't remember which vehicles we got keys for. Okay, well, I just wanted to check out the map. We got a few vehicles marked around. The ones with the additional marks, they're the ones that I think we've got a key for. So that means going back over to the other side of the facility, you can see just how much of a walk it is. It's going to take a couple of hours. Okay, well, we do have a key for this vehicle, but it is a death trap. I think I'd rather walk. I'm torn. We do have another vehicle marked up over at the bus terminal. Hopefully it'll be much better condition than that one. Okay, well, this is the vehicle that we marked with a tick, and I thought that tick meant that we got a key, but it means that we've just got a beautiful, beautiful looking vehicle, but we've got no way to drive it. Well, we could, let's pick the lock. See, I mean, maybe there'll be a key inside. It'd be a massive stroke of luck. It's already got a battery. It's already got gas. We've got no key, nowhere to start the engine. So near yet so far. Okay, well, we're in the first time. Oh, imagine if that handbag had had the key. Imagine if that had had the key. That would have been amazing. But nothing. Nothing. We can't hotwire. We haven't got the mechanic skill for it. Not quite sure what to do next. Maybe we should go back to the warehouse. There's a couple of storage areas and metal shelves that have a load of mechanic stuff on. Maybe there'll be a sports battery. Yeah, so one of these double lots of metal shelves has got loads of mechanic gear. The only problem is I can't remember which one it is, so this could take quite a long time to find what we're looking for. I think it is this one. It's always one of the last places you check that you find what you're looking for. But are we going to find any other car battery? We need specifically a sports car battery. No, nothing. But who knows what? Some of the shelving is mixed. It's going to take all evening, but let's just finish searching every shelf in this warehouse. Yeah, but it's taken a couple of hours, but it's ended up being a complete waste of time. We can't quite get the full 3 components we need to get a vehicle on the road. Key, some gas and a battery. But what we did find is a car battery charger. So we're going to place that down. We haven't got power at the moment, but there's always a chance of the power coming back on tomorrow. So I'm just going to drop this heavy gas can and this battery. We have to walk all the way back to the other site and pick up the sports battery. We'll connect that up, and then we're ready to take advantage of any if the power comes back on. Okay, well, Josh has retrieved the sports battery. I wasn't as far away as I remembered, and this is actually the first zombie that we've encountered all day. God knows where that guy came from, but he's taken care of. Let's get this battery hooked up, and then yeah, if and when the power does come on, it should start charging straight away. But that's another day gone. That day just flew by. Well, one thing that Josh did achieve today is he did actually find some storage containers with alcohol, so he can drown his sorrows tonight. And that might help him continue to put on weight as well, and it will certainly help him go to sleep. Here's the next morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. It's a reflection that Josh just didn't get up to much yesterday at all. No power. No power. He didn't need much sleep. Does have a bit of a stiff neck though. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go forward this way to see if we can clear any zombies. Basically, I don't want to stray too far from this warehouse, because if the power comes on, we need to be able to get back here quickly and take advantage of it. Oh, that was crazy. I did not see that zombie at all. This is the first zombie we've come across. Now, we've actually travelled quite a far way from the warehouse. I don't know if we're going to know if and when the power comes on. But I'm really not quite sure what to do now. But this is a beautiful sight. Not a zombie as far as the eye could see. So it does really feel like we are really nearly there now. But I think, you know what, I'm going to just go back to the warehouse, grab a book, sit down, get drunk, and just hope that at some point the power comes back on. Okay, well, this is the plan. We're going to sit here. I found the perfect book to read. Mechanics, Car's Own was Repair Guide, Mechanics Level 1. We started reading it, we didn't finish reading it. Maybe we could in a couple of days grind up to Mechanics Level 2, and then we can hotwire any vehicle we want. We're going to sit here inside of that light switch. When that little square on that light switch goes orange, it means we got power. So let's just sit down, let's just relax, let's read all about mechanics. Well, Josh has finished reading the book. He is very hungry. It is mid-afternoon almost. Still no power though. Well, I tell you what we do next. We take a little bit of a walk down to where the chickens are. Hopefully they're still around and we can cook them up. We're almost out of food. The canned dog food is gone. There might be a few bits of beer around, but we don't want to be drinking beer this early in the day. There might be a few bottles of soft drinks. Yeah, we are almost out of food. Okay, well, these chickens have been cooped up here for a couple of weeks. It'd be quite extraordinary if they're still... Yeah, okay, they're still alive. I'll take it. I'm going to grab two. I'm going to have to butcher one up first before we take the other one. But this is enough food, hopefully, for a couple of days for Josh. Okay, we're back at the warehouse. Still no power. We've got a couple of chickens to cook up though. So let's get those cooked up, and then maybe the power will come on at any moment while we're cooking. Okay, we're finally getting the chickens cooking. Things are complicated by the fact that we ran out of fuel, but we did find some crates out on the runway that had some planks. We did some foraging. We also managed to find somewhere a sapling, and that is going to actually be really useful, really handy. We can carve that into a spear. Yeah, we know the story. It won't last very long. They're effective weapons, and if it kills 6 zombies, it'll be worth the time. Okay, well, that is it. We got 2 beautifully freshly cooked chickens, and of course some chicken feet, which apparently we can eat without having to cook. Whatever. Still no power, just where we needed it more than anything. Still no power. Okay, so you know what Josh is just going to do for the rest of the evening? He's going to sit down, he's going to chill, he's going to enjoy the fire, he's going to carve up his spear, maybe have a beer or two, find a magazine or something to read. He needed a couple of days of downtime, I guess, on reflection. Hopefully the power will come back tomorrow, but we're going to spend the rest of the evening just chilling here, resting and recuperating, but we go again tomorrow. Okay, well Josh wasn't tired. He had a couple of hours of daylight, so we thought, why not do some foraging? And we're just foraging on this little strip of grassland between the runways, and it has come up trumps again. What have we found? We found five of wild oranges. We found a radish, another sapling, which we can turn into a spear, and some thistles. So it's just a little bit of extra food for Josh to keep him going. He's been doing it a couple of hours. He's a little bit tired. Let's get some sleep. Okay, but it is the next morning and Josh is awake before dawn, 4:30 in the morning. I think that's just to demonstrate that he's not physically, he's just not actually been up to much, not had too much to do these last couple of days. Still no power. There's still the hope of the power coming on at any moment. So I don't want to stray too far from this warehouse. Okay, well this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the car battery charger and the sports car battery with us. So I've dropped off things that we're not going to need. We're going to walk along through the airport facility to the hotel on the far southeast. We won't be far from a building at any point, so if the power does come on, we can quickly run into a building, connect the car battery charger, get that battery charged up. Okay, well it's taken almost a couple of hours to walk here, and again another beautiful little sign, little tell that Josh is slowly getting in control of the situation. We didn't see a single zombie until those two. We're really close to the hotel and the steakhouse now, so it's no surprise that we're going to see probably a lot more zombies. And Josh is going to put his trust in that beautiful nightstick, but of course also inevitably the right foot. But I got a feeling it's going to be another bloody day. It's going to be another long day of physical, massive physical effort. There's going to be a lot of zombies to take down. And this fog is not going to make it easy, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop the car battery charger, connect it up inside this steakhouse, so that we make sure that if the power does come on, we are ready to go. And we don't have to waste any time. We're just going to be next door at the hotel, but if we notice that the power does come back on, we can just run right over here and turn the car battery charger on. It will already be connected. Man, this place has got such a different vibe, and now that it's daylight, oof, I was like, where's that zombie? They always sound so close. And there's definitely more zombies nearby. Let's just connect the car battery charger up near this front door. This will do. Okay, well there we go. We are ready to roll. You can see there's no option to turn it on because there is no power. But if that does change, we are in a really, really good position to take advantage of it. Okay, well remember, every zombie must die, so there is one very, very nearby. So difficult to tell where the zombies are, and we don't want that to happen. It's bad timing. I think they're all outside. Oh no! Oh wow. I could hear the footsteps. I could hear the footsteps. I knew they were close. We came face to face with the zombie right then. And fortunately, Josh's reactions were quicker than the zombies. We'll need to take these zombies out quickly before more come through that door. How many are going to come through? There's definitely still more. Or is there? Is that it? I'm not hearing that heavy breathing. Okay, I am now. Don't suppose there's going to be anything in here. Okay, let's not go through that door. Let's go around. Let's go outside and go around the back that way. We'll definitely be much more able to see what is happening and react accordingly. Oh well, before we get around the back, we've got a little bit of a welcoming party. Just the 3 though. Oh, no, expect too soon. It's 4. Could get bigger before we take these guys down. Okay, well, there we go. Well, again, the bodies are absolutely piling up. Do you know what? I actually quite like the look of a black cap. So let's swap out that brown beanie, which is going to be absolutely covered in blood. That looks a much better look, doesn't it? It's just the one. It's just, well, let's make sure. It's just the one. Lazily sat on his ass. All that worry, all that concern. It's just a zombie sat on the floor. Let's move on to the hotel. And while we're at it, might as well just take a little bit of an opportunity to forage, because you might find a wild cabbage and some acorns. It all helps to keep Josh going. Okay, well that is enough foraging. The fog is finally lifting now that it is raining. Let's check out the hotel and see what it is like. It looks to be 2 or maybe even 3 or 4. It's a lot of lazy zombies. 3 or 4 floors. Could be an absolute nightmare. Okay, well I forgot to take into account just how tiring. Man, that zombie really wanted Josh's toes. I forgot. Ooh, did you? I definitely heard that. What was that? It sounded like some sort of boom. It was almost like hearing a distant bomb. But was it the power coming back on? Or was just Josh just hearing things? He's just hearing things. Definitely heard some sort of boom. Definitely. Right, well there's one zombie. We'll take them out. And then we'll take a little bit of a rest inside the steakhouse on those benches. There we go. That beautiful, trusty right foot yet again doing the business. Okay, well Josh has had a good rest. He's had a cabbage and some roast chicken for lunch. It's time to get back to work though. What is that noise? You can hear that noise, right? What is that noise? I have no idea what that noise is. Is it just a zombie banging? But it is a crazy noise and it's kind of actually scary. But probably Josh should be a little bit more scared about the hordes of zombies that are making their way towards him from the hotel. The nightstick is gone. Let's see how we go on with the spear. Well, the good and the bad, the sublime and the ridiculous. 2 one-shot kills and the spear breaks. It's so disappointing. We've got maintenance level 2. I would like to think that the spears would last a little bit longer. That is another group done. We're going to drop a broken nightstick and a long stick because the damage is derisory really. But let's go with a claw hammer, and we've got another. No, we didn't bring another spear because we were trying to be a bit lightweight with our carrying, so all of a sudden we're down to just a claw hammer to take on a 3-story hotel. Okay, we need to be really mindful of what is happening around us because there's trees all around us and right in front of us it seems. And it's really hiding the amount of zombies that are nearby. There could be a lot of zombies in the building. This could end up being a mammoth task. I said at the start, this could be the one last big challenge And it's starting to feel like this was an accurate prediction. Okay, well, Josh is missing that nightstick, but he's also a little bit exerted. The muscle strain has kicked in somewhat predictably. These zombies will not die. Finally. But boy, it does feel like there's going to be a lot of zombies in that hotel area. We've only been going a couple of hours, but we're going to have another rest. Okay, well, Josh is back at it. He's had a super long rest this time, but I can't quite believe that he's allowed himself, put himself in a situation where he's got one weapon, when he knows that he might have to take on several dozen zombies. Here they come, man. Well, there were a lot amongst the trees. Okay, another group taken care of. It's just wave after wave of zombies at the moment. What is that noise? It's a zombie on the fence. That's all it is. It sounded just such a weird thud noise. It really spooked me out. But it's just a zombie on the fence. Just window licking on the fence. What an anticlimax. Can we get eyes on the hotel? Can we get inside the hotel before it gets dark? For once, the good old reliable dumpster diving has come up short. Absolutely nothing in there. And somebody might have a weapon. Yeah, it's a screwdriver. We do have a screwdriver. If things get desperate, we can use a screwdriver if we want to keep going. And we'll certainly use the right foot as much as possible. Not seeing any evidence that the power has come back on. It's going to be tricky working through that hotel, clearing it of zombies. I was right. I knew that this would be one last big challenge. But all Josh can do is just take one zombie down at a time and just keep going. Oh, that was a slow turn. Wow. Where's the nimble there? Oh, man, that was not good. But yeah, as I said, all we can do is just take the zombies one at a time, put them down one at a time, rest when we need to, and just keep going. Okay, well, that is another one taken care of. Yeah, I don't think we can use a fork. What would be really beautiful right now is if the power could come on. Right now, that'd be beautiful, beautiful timing. We could get the car battery charged, but we could also turn the lights on inside this huge inn. Man, it's kind of flooded, turn the building all over again. It's going to take a long time to clear outside before we can get in there. And there's a big part of Josh that doesn't want to go inside, doesn't want to go in there because it is going to be dark and dingy. There's going to be a lot of corridors, a lot of doorways with all the hotel rooms, and potentially a lot of danger. Oh man, Josh has had just about enough of this. Just when he thought with the terminal building burned to the ground probably by now, just when he thought that was done, he was in the home straight and he's just had to just wander around the runway, clearing the zombies that way. We've got one last big challenge, one other zombie-infested location. It is 7 in the evening, but Josh is drowsy already, and he's exerted again. We've got tea bags still, so let's just eat one of those. That will keep Josh awake. And again, just to try and keep it going for as long as possible, we'll just try and engage the zombies one at a time. Just take them once at a time, push them down. One zombie, that's the script. We have to go down now. Push them down and finish them off with the foot. Okay, well, Josh has fought his way back to the front of the hotel. He's not ready to do a full big search, but it is time to just have a little look, see what there is ahead. Still no power, but this is the problem. This is the problem. corridors with doors, corridors with God knows how many zombies. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. There is some doorways intact, which is good because it means the zombies are going to get stuck on the door and not be able to come out into the corridor straight away in response to the fighting. But this is a real vulnerable position. This zombie will not go down. But they are more sort of apartments. They do have little kitchenettes in. That could be interesting. But this is not a great environment to try and work through. We can't see what is behind. Could get jumped at any moment. Let's see if we can finish off this corridor. We're lucky that there's so many doorways still intact. But going room to room in this place is going to be problematic, to say the least. Definitely hearing a lot of banging. I think we want to go back outside. I think we pushed it. Let's get back outside. Finish clearing the outside area. We don't want any nasty surprises. But while we got a moment, yes, let's just drink all of that. See if we can grab any food. Not much, just the grape soda. But we made a first little foray into the hotel. But yeah, this is going to be one big challenge. Possibly, in a way, the biggest challenge of all. Because of situations like this. Lots of blind corners. Let's see, what are these like? So a little kitchenette. We got one zombie, probably. Gotta make this quick. We're in a bit of a vulnerable position here. Okay, that is enough. That is enough for today. Let's get out of here. So we've got 2 or 3 floors, maybe even 4 of that sort of close quarters, blind corners. Narrow corridors with lots of doorways. It's just survivor's worst nightmare. And we got a lot more zombies in the car park. I think that's going to have to be it for today. Still no power. Let's get back to the steakhouse, grab the car battery charger. And again, we got another long, lonely walk back to the warehouse in the dark. Yeah, let's just retrieve the car battery charger and the battery. Maybe the power will come back on tomorrow. I mean, maybe it never comes back on again. Only time will tell. But that's something we're going to hopefully find out in the next episode. Josh has got to walk of about 2 hours to get back to his warehouse and where it's safe. That's why I want a vehicle. This site is absolutely huge. Assuming that Josh can survive this really difficult challenge of clearing out this hotel, all we'll have to do then is just check out the rest of the site, the runway, the far northern end of the airport, and it's huge. It's huge. Where did they come from? There's always another 2 or 3 zombies. I guess we take them out. We got the energy. But yeah, this site is huge. To cover it on foot takes absolutely hours. It could take a whole day just to get from one end to the other. Okay, well with that, that is another day of zombie slaying done for Josh. Let's get him home. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. We are nearly there with the Louisville Airport. As I said, just one more big challenge to go, and Josh is going to have to face that challenge head on. So there's another zombie tomorrow, but for now there's going to have to be all smash that like button, sub, comment, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode is up. Every other day there's episodes. The adventures are coming thick and fast, a bit like the zombie. Let's just make a run for it. Let's just get out of here. Enough is enough. We haven't got the energy to take on those guys. It's time to disappear. Peace.